Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to the local news. I am Tommy Johnagin.
And I am Alex Stone.
This is the news that won't make you sad. We find stories from across the country and around the globe, staying away from politics and pop culture, because who needs that shit?
200 episodes.
Oh, so you get to say it.
People know going in. Did you want to say it?
I mean, I kind of did.
You wanted to say 200 episodes?
We didn't even talk about who was going to say it, but you said it.
Is there some sort of
I thought there would be
saying,
more of a ramp up into it.
Here's what's happening, I think, in the reality of the podcast is that people know going in right next to what they're about to click
Not
play
if we
on.
don't put it on there.
No, but they're numbered.
But what if we didn't number it?
They're all it'd be weird to start at 200 not numbering.
That feels like a big mystery.
You want to do it over? How would you have said 200? Would you
I
have
would
like
have
built
ramped
it up?
into it.
No, I feel like
I think
just
you
kind
make
of
a meal of it.
breaking the seal. Do you
just
let's,
did it abrupt.
Let's role play it out. You will
Do you
start it
remember
over.
how sad you were when like 9/11 happened so abrupt?
This is your 9/11. Yeah. Wow.
If there's a little ramp up into it, it feels like it. That's not the right example.
No, I think I just figured out what I'm going to clip out for
No, don't.
next week.
This would be fun for people to finally discover it.
Instagram.
Not a bit though. I thought there would be more of a conversation.
Well,
we just realized it.
Well, here's how little of a conversation about this episode. Our whole, if you want to call it a pre-production meeting, consisted of you calling me while there was 3 kids in the car. I couldn't even say the last name of
the last name.
The last name
local sex pod.
Yeah,
there were only 2 kids in the car.
I thought there was 3 in the car. It doesn't change much for me, but we didn't talk. There was not a lot of prep for this. Is my larger point.
We both did say that 200 seems like something you should do something for.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just blurted it out.
I feel like you're putting too much on just the saying that it's the 200 episode.
Is there a way to take that 9/11 part out?
No, I might
going into it. I was like, maybe. I was looking for a good example that would be that would also work as a bit.
I might make a GIF out of it.
I think it's GIF.
GIF? I might make something out of it where it repeats over and over. Again.
So it's the 200th episode. Nobody cares.
Yeah. All right. Well, goodbye. What have you learned?
How many? Did we start this in 2016?
I have no idea. I almost don't want to know.
I do remember a point being like, we've probably done this for like a year and a half, and we were in like 180s.
Yeah. It sneaks up on you.
Yeah. We didn't try for a long time, and then we tried less than that, and then we started trying recently.
Yeah.
So it feels new to us because we're trying.
It's like a marriage where you got to do something to change it up, keep it fresh.
It's like a marriage.
Uh-huh.
Just a thing I almost lost during COVID. It's just like a marriage. I was worried you were going to stop doing it during lockdown.
And it was touch and go there for a little while. Touch and go, having to do it over Zoom.
Get
some fill-ins.
We did that. I mean, do we do a thing now? We don't. I mean, we don't have a best of or a. We've done more episodes than Seinfeld, which I've already pointed out on Twitter.
How many did Seinfeld do?
181, 188, 180, 180 something. 180? Maybe 180.
I don't know where I was hoping that would take us. I've watched maybe 4 of those episodes in my life, so it's a bad touchdown for me.
Why?
I wasn't allowed to as a kid.
They're all on Netflix now. You can start from the beginning.
I have tried. Here's what I'll say.
What?
And this is not a popular opinion. I can't get into it because it was so popular at the time and throughout it feels like a parody of itself when I watch it. It feels something is off when I watch it now. I can't enjoy it.
Trying to be a smart guy shitting on comedy.
No, I just can't. I've tried.
Too good. You're too good for it?
I'm too good for it.
Try it.
I'm trying.
You've never tried
I've tried about 4.
4 is not trying. Did you try 4 in the beginning?
I don't know. No, I've tried because I've heard that it takes a minute for it to get its legs. So I think I've just jumped around.
People say it's the best sitcom ever.
I'm not
You're
saying
not even
it's bad.
Gonna try?
I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm saying I just can't get into it. People love it so much. I just can't get into it.
I don't know. I don't even. Just give it a go.
It's
on the Netflix. You fall asleep with TV on.
Uh-huh.
Your phone glued to your forehead or however you do it.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that to Seinfeld?
Well, how's that giving it a fair shake? Just put it on as the background
I'm just saying
noise?
you have a thing on, so at least...
You just want me to get the numbers up on the Netflix?
I'm worried about those guys.
Yeah, it seems like they're in a bad spot.
Do we do anything else?
I don't know. You want to talk about what we've learned?
Who does that?
I don't know. It seems like something people reflect on.
Oh,
what
boy.
you've learned the most.
We have 2 special guests.
I was waiting for you to say that. I felt like if I would have said that, you would have walked off the show.
We have 2 special guests. One of
Yeah.
them may not be on the show. Joe Zimmerman, who's here.
Yeah.
This is also the weird thing. It's the 2 special guests are just watching because I don't have a 4th mic.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize.
Right.
And then it's like, do we just pick one and then they sit, or do they share a mic?
With how particular you are about how we do this,
Yeah,
it's amazing to me that you even let them sit over there and watch what's
Can I
happening.
tell
right
you?
now.
I almost asked them to go inside my house.
Driving over, I was like, I bet he'll ask them to go sit inside and watch football until the show starts.
I thought it would have been rude. It's all I think about right now, though. It's like what's the thing? Like an atom changes just by being watched.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I also
Call me Adam.
Can't believe that there's a chance. I don't know. I'm pulling the curtain back too much. That Joe won't come over and do the podcast because he has an allergy, and he told you that going in, and you would rather him not do it than you just not smoke a cigar while we do.
It didn't occur to me until just now that I could have just not smoked.
Could have just not done it. That would have been an easy out.
That's on me. I didn't even think about not smoking the cigar. It would be like saying do it without a microphone.
You've done, of the 200 episodes, I think you've done 3 smoking a cigar.
But I get used to things real quick. I literally didn't even think about not smoking because Joe has a cigar allergy, or a smog allergy.
Yeah.
I
he was like, I have an allergy. And you're like, well, I guess you just can't do it.
Yeah, it's like,
it was crazy.
Why didn't you say something?
I was just back,
All right.
I just was blown away that it was happening.
All right, so maybe we'll have that, and then we have Derek Schiller's going to review a movie.
I feel like that was just a throwaway. Derek got no build-up.
It's because I can't do this with. Somebody should come on now.
Now?
It's too late to put the cigar out.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do some top stories? This is I'll just.
Can you tell I quit?
Just thrown together this episode is for the 200, trying to navigate it. Do you want people to just come on now? Or do you want to do some stories and then they come on at the end? And then we do it that way.
Have we acknowledged everything? Joe is just working out. He's picked up weights and he's doing curls and
you
got to
get it in. Get in while you can. I get it. I haven't worked out
1 week since
I've turned into you of like every Monday. No.
What the fuck is this?
Where I say every Monday is when I'm going to start working out, and then I don't do it.
Tomorrow's the day because it's going to feel earlier.
Because we fell back. We fell back yesterday.
So tomorrow we wake up at 6 a.m. It's going to feel like 7 a.m. We get our workout in.
I remember you calling that out, I think maybe back in June, that was going to be when you started.
It wasn't June.
Working out.
It may have been October or August. It was probably September.
The LA Marathon was today. I got a friend that ran in that, just rubbing his fitness right in my face. I can't even get out.
How'd it go?
I haven't talked to him
rubbing his nipples in your face?
I haven't talked to him about it yet. But
who ran it?
A friend, Maura's friend's husband, but a friend of ours. That's why it was easier for me to just say a friend.
Friend of the show?
Friend of the pod. What do you want to get? What do you want to do? You want to get into it? Do some stories?
Are they good?
No, but I have them to talk about.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
what if this is just, can we just call this our last episode?
It could be. That'd be a good way to go out. Do 200. Do 2 seasons. Each season was 100 episodes. I'll get into top story number 1. What I don't like about it is now you just can see my computer.
Yeah, I can read the headline.
I don't love that.
Doug, the ugly New Zealand potato, could be the world's biggest. Oh, you got to click out of that.
I got to get out of that. This was sent in by Julian Capron. Doug, the ugly New Zealand potato, could be the world's biggest. How are you acting like
2 people aren't watching when they're watching?
I'm just...
As soon as you said something about it, it's all I can think about, and I don't like it anymore.
I wish that I could help you out. I don't know.
Joe just said he's barely paying attention, which meant he was paying attention.
And then he stopped. But I think he stopped for you or because the show's bad. Either way. Something has changed. Look, there's an ugly potato in New Zealand. Do you want to take a look at a picture of it? Can you see it? What do you think of that potato? What would you rate that potato? 1 through 10.
I'd still fuck it.
You'd fuck that potato? It's maybe the biggest in the world. Do you want to guess how big the biggest potato in the world is? You're seeing it, so it kind of takes some of the...
I can't see the number. I'm being
But you can see how big it is.
I can see how big. You're not going to show me the picture. You're going to make me guess in general?
Just how much you think the biggest potato in the world weighs.
22 pounds?
The biggest pumpkin in the world weighed, or in the country weighed 2,500 pounds.
Yeah, I'm going to say 22 pounds.
22 pounds? You're a little bit over. 17.4
Fuck, I was going to say 17
pounds. Would you throw a 0.4 in there?
I was going to say 17.
Equal to a small dog or 2 sacks of regular potatoes.
Yeah. It would have been easier just to say 2 sacks of regular potatoes.
What's also weird about this is
Seems like a very direct analogy of what you're trying to get across.
The biggest pumpkin was part of like a pumpkin growing contest. These people just happened upon this in their garden. They were just digging. You know how sometimes people will be digging in their garden and they'll find something?
This is like one of those, like you see one of those videos where someone has a blackhead they haven't popped in years.
Can I tell you, for some reason, TikTok has just started showing me only pimple popping blackhead removal videos, and it's ruined the platform for me. I want to delete it. It's our podcast account.
They're gross.
It's bad. I
watch a handful of them. I don't know why.
There was one.
Sometimes it makes me actually sick to my stomach.
Some people love it. Some people. There's a show. I mean, they're on TikTok because people
Dr. Pimple
fucking
Popper.
love it. Yeah.
What are the odds that that's her name?
It's crazy that you found that career. There was one where there was one in an ear, tweezers, pulling it, like digging the tweezers into the thing and like yanking it out. There was no popping of it. It was just like surgery. I was just watching surgery on TikTok. Anyway, this potato is maybe the biggest in the world. They were just digging in their garden. And
Isn't that crazy that this potato worked its whole fucking life to be the biggest potato ever, and the headline is the world's ugliest potato?
That's crazy. Yeah. But it is ugly. It actually kind of looks like the thinking man.
That's what I was going to say.
See, it's like it's thinking.
Yeah.
I think it's a work of art. Also, they named it
What's
Doug.
the world's hottest potato?
Huh?
If you have an ugliest potato, doesn't that mean you should have a hot potato?
Here we go.
Hold on. Wait, there you go.
World's
hot potato.
Hottest.
We can't find the world's hottest potato because no one will hold on to it long enough.
Okay, when you Google world's hottest potato, should have seen this coming. Just spicy potato chips come up.
Just Google world's sexiest potato.
All right. World's sexiest potato. Again, just spicy potatoes come up, which is weird.
Stop just looking at the top. You're looking at the ad.
No, that is the result.
Have you ever been on Google? Get away from the ads.
What do you want me to do? That's not an ad. That's just a result.
What is this? You're going to images.
Yeah, that's just all spicy potatoes still.
No. Did you say spicy or sexy?
Sexiest. World's sexiest potato chip. It's all spicy potatoes. I think people want to fuck spicy potatoes. Hold on, there's one. There's a little French fry.
A little French fry with a
little bikini on.
A thong on.
He's winking at you. That's fun.
If you go to regular Google and not in the images, Google what's a sexy potato look like? Is this a privacy browser?
No.
I bet there's one out there somewhere.
A sexy potato
looks... a costume. Stop clicking on that.
What do you want me? Why are we Googling anything if I can't click
images.
on what comes
Go
up?
back.
That's a sexy potato.
Go back into the regular Google. Now scroll down and see if there's a thing.
What do you mean scroll down?
Look at the links. What do they say?
A farmer wouldn't eat this potato because it is too
Jesus Christ. The
sexy.
Second fucking thing.
Oh,
look at that.
That looks like a radish. I don't even think that's a potato. Or like a carrot.
That looks like a woman bending over.
With like the leg is kind of out.
I feel like this is now just more of how bad you are at Google. You click on the first things.
Who doesn't just click on the first result in Google?
Anyone that doesn't want to just watch ads.
It's not an ad. It's the most
you clicked on that.
Relevant result.
You got it. That's not the most relevant result. You went to images and you found no sexy potato. You clicked on the second link.
I found a sexy
potato. You found a real sexy potato.
You chased me off it, but look at that. That's a lady wearing a potato. I think it might be just a mannequin, but a regular human lady could wear that potato.
That's a costume. The other one looked like two legs. Oh, there's one like someone carved a bikini into.
Yeah, that's real fun.
Yeah.
That's real fun. Well, there you go. They named it Doug.
Doug the potato?
It's a pun. When I found that, I realized that at the end I didn't like it as much. Doug, because they dug it up. I just thought it was like a fun name they picked.
It's just like Doug.
It's because they dug it up. Yeah. You want to go top story number 2?
Yeah, sure.
This is one coming. Triple J James Just James. Also, 2 of our most frequent contributors for the 200th episode.
200th.
Julian Capron and Triple J James Just James. He didn't make the Olympics, so he used his bike racing skills to rob banks instead.
That sounds like a movie. We need Jason Hellerman on the case.
It sounds like a movie. I don't think it'd be a good movie because the movie I immediately went to was that Bike Messenger movie
with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
You don't like JGL?
I didn't like that movie.
You don't like JGL?
I didn't like that movie.
What about JGL?
I think he's great. I think he's
a
fantastic.
bike messenger in that movie.
Yeah,
but you didn't like him.
I didn't like the movie. I'm saying I didn't like the movie. Was it Rush? Something Premium Rush?
It was Premium Rush because Rush is Chris Hemsworth. I think you see his butt.
The racing cars.
Yeah.
Yep. So Tom Justice is his name. That's a movie name right there.
Yep.
Tom Justice biked to his bank heist. He had a custom-built orange Steelman road bike. That's important. That's an important detail. Okay.
Why?
So he would ride his bikes to the banks that he would rob, right? Then he would walk into the bank, hat pulled down, looking at the floor, hands in his pockets, just walk up to the teller. He would very calmly, politely say, "I've got a gun. Give me the money," right? They would give the money. He would then walk out of the bike, the bank. He would strip down to some bike clothes, different clothes he had underneath, hop on this custom orange bike, and he would bike away, right? So between 1998 and 2002,
wow,
he robbed 26 banks in California, Illinois, and Wisconsin, all right? Earning himself the nickname of the Choir Boy Robber, okay, because he obscured his face, bowed his head, and put his hands in front of him at the counter. Seems weird when he's known for being a bike guy, but I'm just giving you.
Yeah, the guy rides away on a bike. You call him a choir boy?
Well, they didn't know about the bike. That's how he got away. They didn't know about the bike for a long time.
That's a great nickname to have. If you're a bike guy robbing banks and they start calling you the choir boy, you got to be excited about that.
Mm-hmm. So I
just developed a lisp in the middle of that sentence. You hear it?
I did. Excited. He started training for the Olympics. He was selected to the Olympic training camp in Colorado Springs.
It sounds like you're reading this for the first time.
No, there's just a lot to remember in this one. So I guess a 1,000-meter sprint is a bike event. And so that's what his event was. Didn't make it. He didn't make it. That's what we're getting to. He didn't make it, right? Right. But he had this really fancy bike that is of note. Stop it. Is of note because I can't find the fucking part of the story.
Jesus.
He got it from this little tiny shop that makes only like 10 bikes a year, right?
Okay.
That's what
that's why
I'm trying to get. That's why it's important, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually a cop responds to a robbery that's in progress, that he is robbing the bank. As he gets there, he sees someone ride off on an orange bike, and he kind of clocks it as weird. And then they don't catch him, but they start following up the lead of this bike, going around looking for anyone that can connect the bike to the bike owner. They find the bike shop. Bike shop's like, yeah, I made that bike for this guy, and that's what brings him down. Snitched on him. But the choir boy robber.
So why, from 98 to 02, why are we just hearing about it?
Because someone just sent it in on Twitter.
When's the story from?
Story is from January 30th, 2019.
So that's interesting to me. Why they are just reporting on it.
Of why? I don't know. Maybe the reporter heard the story, was like, "That's a good story to write about." I don't know.
But why?
I'm just saying, is it his
birthday? Is it an anniversary? Did he just get out of prison? Are they making a movie about him?
Let's see here. Let's see. At 31 years old, Justin was arrested in May 2002. He confessed, pled guilty, spent 9 years in federal prison, and now he is out. He works in a donut shop at 48 and still races on the side. So I got nothing for you in terms of he didn't do a thing. It's not his birthday.
This is from a bicycling news website?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of news in the bicycling community, it seems.
I think that's maybe why it's of note. Yeah.
Hmm.
Nothing's really going on there. But
all right.
There you go. That's that one. You want to go to local sex?
Sure.
You're feeling good. So
I also wanted to sit where you're sitting.
Well, I can't have that. I need to sit here.
But why do you need to sit there?
We've covered it.
I want to say it again because
Irrelevant.
It's the 200th episode.
It's because we're having guests on.
Nope.
We're having guests on.
We
couldn't figure out where to put the
could be sitting
computer.
in so much better ways.
No, I think
I
it's
feel
a
like
good
I'd
one.
be more comfortable on the podcast.
I don't think you would be because no matter where you sit, people are going to be watching you. You're going to be thinking about that. There's no version of you being comfortable.
Also, I wasn't uncomfortable with that until you brought it up. First, you take the chair that I want to be in.
Yeah.
Your good side and bad side aren't that different. And I'm not meaning that as an insult. I think that's a compliment.
I appreciate you saying that, but they are very different.
They're not very different.
They're very different.
They're not. I'm here, and your eyes can't see what I see. I'm looking.
No,
at
I've seen pictures. I've seen mirror.
No,
I've looked in a mirror.
It's not that different.
No, I've got it.
Do you think your good side is that great, or your bad side is that bad?
The latter. Bad side is that bad.
It's not.
It's bad.
It's not.
It's horrifying.
I'm looking at it right now.
And I feel bad for you. Endangered birds experience virgin birth, a first for the species. You familiar with the California condor?
I met him a couple times.
It's condor in California.
Yeah.
The LA Zoo's biggest claim to fame is that they have helped bring back the species from the brink of extinction. But apparently, still in a fight for its life, the California condor, because a female California condor has now had a virgin birth, never before observed in the species.
Yeah, I bet she was cheating.
Do you think so?
Yeah, this is suspect.
Yeah.
It's a virgin bird. I don't even know that condor.
I'm trying to get...
This thing comes out looking like a parrot. We're going to have a story on our hands.
Oh, no.
You didn't...
Oh, no.
No, the story's locked.
Oh, no.
Enter your email.
I don't want to.
Type it in.
I don't want to. I got to find a whole different story
You
now.
say the email out loud on the podcast.
I could put the podcast email in.
You should have done that.
But now I'm going to have to...
Joe, you got to go to the bathroom? Oh, nice. Are you buying something on your phone? Nice.
All right. So, let's see. For decades, scientists have been trying to coax the California condor back from the edge of extinction. The entire population of these birds crashed to just 22 animals by 1982. By 2019, captive breeding and release efforts slowly built the total population up to over 500, doing what was required, right? So that's how scientists began taking a closer look at the genetic data. And so they were watching them, and then one of these observed birds, they observed not fucking anybody, and then all of a sudden, bingo, bango, bongo, laid an egg, had a bird baby.
The bird baby came out?
Bird baby came out. Bird baby is alive.
Is it okay?
Healthy.
Daddy issues?
Health, probably some fucked up psychological stuff.
Yeah.
But it's out. It's living. It's life. Virgin birth. The Jesus of birds. Should be a bigger story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We make movies about this bear.
Yeah. Jesus bird. Did I tell the story of the podcast about the chimp at the LA Zoo? Have I told you?
I mean, I don't know.
Let me tell you. I'm going to tell it.
Okay.
You jump in if you remember what I'm talking about.
All right.
So the LA
Heard
Zoo,
it.
here's the thing they do at zoos, right? They move animals around from zoo to zoo for breeding purposes, right? And so with primates have family pods. So to do it in the most humane way possible, to remove one of the chimps from the pod and not create some sort of trauma for the other remaining chimps, they will anesthetize the animal that they're removing from the family pod, lay it out in the yard so that the other chimps think that chimp is dead, and they kind of can move on.
That seems more fucked
with
up.
their lives. It's the best way that these people who deal with animals all the time have figured out to do it, right?
Can I tell you something from somebody that doesn't deal with animals at all?
Uh-huh.
That seems pretty fucked up, and I don't think it's the right way to do it.
Well, what they did was they anesthetized this chimp. They lay it out in the yard. All the other chimps in the family, they say, see you later.
Now the other chimps just wear black for a whole year?
They say, R.I.P., big chimp. and then they take those animals inside. Then they collect the anesthetized chimps. They send it to a different zoo, right? So they send this chimp to a different zoo.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not accepted by the family
Right.
of chimps at that
'Cause
zoo.
they've heard.
And so what they do is they send it back
Yeah.
to the LA Zoo,
Oh,
and they
God.
reintroduce
A
it.
ghost.
A ghost.
Ghost chimp.
Yeah. Or a Jesus chimp. It just comes back from the dead, and now is just back living with.
That's a ghost chimp.
It's a ghost chimp. Isn't
Do
that
they
crazy?
act like it's a ghost?
I don't have all of the details of what happened when it came back, but it was accepted back into the thing. But I don't know. I haven't seen a video or what happened the day it came back, and they had to be like, "What? Who are you?
You don't know
You're
how
back."
they reacted? Who told you this story?
I got an in. I got an in.
How
at the
is
LA
that
Zoo.
not the part that you get to know?
I can't look.
Why are we withholding that detail?
I don't know.
I bet those chimps freaked out.
I think they probably did freak out, but not enough that they killed it. What'd you do?
You don't kill a ghost.
You try to.
You do?
What'd you do if a ghost showed up? You wouldn't try and fight it off? You just accept it back in your family?
So I was sad that it died. Let's say you die.
Yeah.
And I watch you and I'm looking at your body.
Right.
And then you just show back up a week later.
Yeah.
It depends on how you come at me.
That's what I'm saying. But what if I come
if
at
you
you?
Come at me all right, I'll be all right with you.
Aggressively, I scare you. I think if I'm a ghost, I try and
Why
scare
would you
you.
scare me?
I'm a fucking ghost.
But
I'm
how would you
pass
act
on that opportunity?
How are you acting?
Scary.
Why would you act scary? You're not a ghost.
I'm a ghost.
Wait, what?
In this situation you
in this
created,
scenario,
I'm a
you're
ghost.
not a ghost.
You said that I was a ghost.
In this scenario,
I'm saying if a ghost showed up.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I get so excited to just kill you in scenarios. So in this scenario, you're not dead. I walk in, you're laying on the floor.
Right.
I think you're dead.
Uh-huh.
Then I move along with my life. A week later, you show up.
Yeah.
Never having been dead.
Right.
But I think you're dead.
It's
still how you come at me.
I still probably try to be a little scary.
You would try to be scary on purpose?
Yeah, because you think I'm dead. That's fine. I'd try to make a meal.
You just fuck with me?
I'd try to make a meal out of the whole like I'm actually not dead. Yeah. That's a missed opportunity if I just go, hey, how are you?
I don't know.
What do you do? Same situation. I think you're dead.
You think I'm dead?
You don't try and fuck with me.
Do I know that you think I'm dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably fuck with you.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. I'd fuck with you.
Well, how do you react when I fuck with you?
How do I react? I'd probably try and kill you.
See, that's the problem.
Try and kill you dead.
But I'm a ghost.
Try and kill a ghost.
Hypothetically.
Or try and make one of those little traps.
Ghost trap?
Like try and get a little pot and pan, zap you, get you in there. That's my local sex story. Virgin birth from a bird, and then chimp story.
That's your local sex story?
Uh-huh.
All right.
You have to bring on guests?
I guess we're done. Derek, do you want to come over here? We can just bring Derek on right now because we got a good segue. Derek is we had to delete for the pod. Said Derek could be the Carl Pilkington of the podcast, but I think he's good at local movie reviews. If you hit that button, so
I
his
gotta
mic
hit
turns
number
on.
2.
So Derek Schiller, it's off to a hot start. He asked where to sit.
I think the whole couch is in frame.
What are you doing? No, don't sit right next to me. Have you ever sat?
Yeah, I just don't want to sit.
No.
I had to reframe the shot so many times because
gravy.
Tommy didn't want anyone sitting directly.
I'm fine
the
with it
cushion
in a
next to
movie,
him.
but in a couch for 3, you don't sit right next to someone, right?
We have another guest potentially, so I didn't know how many.
Are you holding the microphone like that? You got to talk into it.
Also, I feel like you've had.
Are we live right now?
Yes.
We're going?
I feel like you've had people at your backyard enough where someone sitting right next to someone on the couch is not an unusual occurrence.
If there's
That's
3
true.
people.
Yeah.
You understand the difference, right?
But if I frame the shot where one of the seats was missing, you know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
worried
You gotta
about Derek being close to me. I'll kiss him on his mouth. I'm just, if there's room for not to be next to you, you want the room.
But the original shot.
This wouldn't even be a problem if you had just let me sit in the seat I wanted
You
to sit.
said that there was going to be, I mean, if Joe comes on here and we're all sitting down, I mean, I'm doing it like a.
We don't even know if Joe's
it's like
coming on.
You
I think I had like a
thing.
the reason I was thinking about is like, why didn't I think to say I just won't light the cigar wasn't lit yet?
Yeah.
I think I just have such a, and maybe you already knew this.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't occur to me to not do what I want in my own home. Like it didn't even, and I feel like I'm a polite host.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I guess I'm sorry because this is what I'm doing. We shouldn't have lit him up, but now you can't waste him, right, Derek?
Well, sorry, Joe. Am I on? I mean, am I cut off here? Am I?
No,
on
you're
TV?
in. You're in.
Okay,
You're in, my man.
all right, great,
You're live on camera.
wonderful.
You've asked am I on in 2 different versions, so
well, I don't know.
Are we on as on, and then am I on as in
No,
frame?
I know we're live rolling, but I didn't know if the
Should we tell people
TV
who
was going.
Derek is? Do
Do
listen on the
whatever.
podcast?
Now
Derek-
the only thing I'm happy about
Derek-
is there's one less person watching it.
Derek has come up on the podcast before. Derek, very talented artist who, if you've listened to the show, we went to your art show just a couple months ago. So if you listen to the podcast, that is your context for who Derek is.
I've not been on this show before.
No, but people who have listened to it, we have talked about.
Are you telling us that you've never been on the show?
Well, he said that I've been on here before. Or have you guys talked about me before?
We've talked about you before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh.
When we went to your
Made a list of those episodes.
to your it was I think the podcast after we went to your gallery and we talked about our night and how talented you are and how everyone should buy your artwork. We gave you a solid plug.
Yeah.
Nobody told me about it
on the pod.
I mean, it's a public podcast. You could just choose to listen. But also Derek does movie reviews. But before we get into the movie reviews, we were talking about this ghost chimp, and Derek's also from the Zoom crew. We've
talked about that.
We've talked about the Zoom crews many times on here. 63 Zooms during pandemic every Friday night, smoking cigars, hanging out, chatting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Derek has voiced his strong ghost opinion
On the existence of, or
I'll let Derek get into it.
I mean, I do believe in ghosts. I've had one potential ghost experience through some technology, that
like a
ghost interference sort of thing.
An EMF reader type, like one of those.
No, it was through my cell phone.
What?
Yeah.
You got to just tell
me.
Essentially, I was at my mom and dad's, and they lived in a haunted house for a little while, according to my mom. And I was late at night sending a text message to my weed guy.
Uh-huh.
And I heard the screen door slamming open and shut. Thought it was the wind.
Yeah.
So I texted him and I said, this house could be haunted based on what my mom had been saying.
And as your mom is just saying that the house is haunted.
Well, she saw the ghost.
Okay.
She's seen this guy. He apparently died in the house, fell down, and she found that out after she saw the ghost. So there's proof right there that this ghost was really existing.
Anyway, we're really using proof pretty loose right now.
Well, anyway, so I close my flip phone, go to bed for a minute, and then I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute. I wonder if there was some electronic interference because I saw that movie White Noise with Michael Keaton, great movie. And
you don't have to look at the camera. Michael Keaton's watching.
Keaton.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is. Anyway, so I looked at my message and it was all scrambled up. Letters all scrambled up. Words all scrambled up. It wasn't even what I sent.
Yeah.
Or what I thought I'd sent.
Did your drug dealer text you?
Let's not call him a drug dealer. He's a weed
you
guy.
Responded to.
I'm not doing hardcore drugs. He texted before I texted him?
Yeah, you were responding to a text that you told me.
Yeah, he said, how's the weed?
What's your drug dealer saying, how's the weed? And then Derek sends back like, blah, 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 blah. And the guy's probably like, I think that means it's great.
I think it means
Derek thinks it means his house was haunted.
Well, there was, I remember clearly sending that as a very coherent message.
Isn't that kind of how drugs work?
Yeah, I was going to,
yeah, but there wasn't anything psychedelic. It wasn't anything serious.
We were at a parents thing last night, and I'll tell one thing and then I'll tell you guys another thing afterwards. I don't know who's listening. I want to be, I got me a little hot goss.
Yeah.
But I'm standing there, and these parent things always suck. And we're there. Heather and I are standing together. Then this wife comes up. She's chatting. This other wife comes up and she's chatting. They're fine. Then the one wife's like, "Oh, let's get my husband over here." He comes over. I mean, out the gate, the last fucking person you want to have one conversation with. Just annoying, taller than me.
Yeah.
Just a kind of a douchebag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't believe he's taller.
Felt taller than you as you were starting.
Just a little douche. Yeah. And here's what happens. The whole time he does this thing that I've never seen in my whole fucking life.
Uh-huh.
The principal walks over, right?
Right.
So the principal's talking to us. That's what this whole dinner is for. We've donated to the school, and you get FaceTime with the principal, which doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
So the principal comes over. It's very important to a lot of these parents. And he comes over, and then I see annoying guy pull his phone out and hide it behind the back of another dad.
Yeah.
And I see him go on the ESPN app, and I see him check the NCAA, the college football scores. And then I see him scrolling. And the principal's talking to everybody. And this guy's just looking on his phone. Then he puts his phone in his pocket, and he goes, "Did you schedule this on UCLA's bye week on purpose?" He did fucking real-time research just to have this line with the principal.
How'd it play? You get a laugh?
The principal loved it. Ate it up. Sucked
killed.
Blah, blah. And then this happened. We're standing there. Principal walks away. It's us and this other dad who I think may have been professionally funny. Like he could have been a writer, a comedian. Funniest dad I've ever met.
Yep.
At one of these things. And then the annoying dad kind of does this move where he like looks around and then he looks at his wife. I'm looking at her. She is not looking at him. And he goes, "Oh, my wife's giving me the get over here look." And I wanted to be like, I don't like talking to you either. Because he got to do the early exit.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I don't want to fucking talk to these guys, so I got to make up this my wife's excuse. And it killed me for the rest of the time that he got to do that, and it felt like he beat me in this. Like I'm like, I hated talking to you. Then everyone gathers around again, and I look at my watch and I go, we only have a little bit of. Oh my god, it's our nanny said she can only watch the kids till 8:30, so we got to wrap. And then Heather goes, "What do you mean?" And I immediately kind of. Because I was lying in real time, because it was awful. We both hated it.
Yeah.
So I thought if I said that, we were leaving. And then Heather almost did the thing where she's like, "She didn't say that."
Oh, it's fine.
We can say it. But anyway.
What does that have to do with ghosts?
That was, I was waiting for it to circle back around to
there was
Derek's
no
ghost
segue
story.
there.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a ghost story. It's somehow connected in my brain.
You set it up. You were like, funny you bring up texting your drug dealer about ghosts, and then you told
a
story.
drug dealer.
Oh,
no.
I
apologize,
now I know.
Derek.
The story I omitted had to do with drugs.
Okay.
Now I gotta tell my aunt she can't listen to this. She's gonna judge me for.
No. Nobody did drugs.
Nobody did.
There
drugs.
was a thing with a person that I thought was on drugs, but I don't know if it is.
What?
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'll tell you after. Can we edit it out?
Edit that whole part out?
No. Anyway, there's this story. I'll tell you another story. But
I need to borrow
I see
you.
what
Can I
you're
borrow you later? I gotta light my aunt.
Jesus.
Well, what is the movie that Derek has come on to?
I mean,
review?
we put as much prep as you think we did. Here's the thing, Derek. The reason we found out Derek reviews movies, not the reason, the way we found out Derek reviews movies. The squirrels are here.
Oh, the squirrel's going crazy.
Was on Rotten Tomatoes. Did you take your Secret of My Success review down?
No, this is part of. If you go to my toys review, this is what I say: is they bumped my Secret of My Success review.
I'm on
to
your
a different page.
I'm on your page.
So you got to go all the way to the top and go to movies. There's movies, and then there's TV. As if anybody's going to review a TV.
So Derek reviews for fun on Rotten Tomatoes, which I didn't know you could do.
Yeah, this isn't a professional thing.
I mean this respectfully, Derek. What possessed you to do this? Like, what possessed you to make just as a citizen, a public review of a movie?
I didn't know that Rotten Tomatoes existed until a couple of months ago. And I think Tommy's the one who
You didn't
told
know that
me.
Rotten Tomatoes existed?
No, I mean, I knew, but I never had gone on there.
His first review was June of 2020.
Well, until a year ago. Okay, fine. But I'd never gone on there. And then I went on there and I was like, oh, audience can review movies too. And I'm an audience member.
Right.
So I just took the liberty to do it. I don't know. There was nothing that, I didn't put a lot of prep or thought into it. I just, wanted to. Here's the thing. I looked up my favorite movie, which is The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox.
Can I read the review?
You can read. I just want to say, though, answering Alex's question, that my favorite movie had a low rating. So I went on there to bump that up.
I hear you.
And then I fell into this hole of like reviewing other movies.
So the review is, this movie is a classic! Exclaim.
This is the review you're reading.
Secret of My Success. If you love 80s movies, if you love the 80s, you'll find nostalgia in this movie.
Whole decade.
Superstar Michael J. Fox gives a captivating performance as Brantley Foster, a recent college graduate who travels from a small town in Kansas to New York City for a new job. After his arrival to New York, he immediately discovers that he's been eliminated from his position due to economic cutbacks and eventually is forced to take a job from his uncle. This is a synopsis of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the Derek things. His reviews are more of what happened in the movie.
You need to provide context for the
So he
people
goes,
reading
a
the
shirt
review.
tail
Right, I gotcha.
relative, to say the least, which is a line from the movie, if I believe. Brantley starts to work in the mailroom and quickly climbs the ladder to executive when he poses as another employee under the name Carlton Whitfield. So he goes on. This is what I'm saying. It's a longer review of Secret of My Success that just breaks down the movie. The story is ridiculous and incredibly unrealistic, which adds to its greatness. Okay?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So then Derek, you click on his name and you can find his page.
Other reviews.
Which I didn't know that, but.
So this is great. So then there's a movie called Taking Care of Business.
Okay.
Starring Charles Grodin. Recently deceased Charles Grodin.
Who I love. Charles Grodin's amazing.
Here's this next review.
Uh-huh.
This movie was terrible. A low point for Charles Grodin.
Uh-huh.
If you want to see a good 80s movie, check out The Secret of My Success, starring Michael J. Fox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what we start to realize is all of his reviews are pushing people back to that. Do you remember the movie Toys with Robin Williams?
I remember the cover of the VHS, but I've never seen the movie.
It's like an army takes toys and weaponizes them.
Right.
And Robin Williams is he wants them to be toys.
You're not missing anything.
So Toys. Who doesn't love Robin Williams? He's not to blame for this movie. It's terribly written and poorly directed. Why on earth would a lieutenant general ever inherit a toy-making company? What is even more upsetting is the actual movie is the fact that what is even more upsetting than the actual movie is the fact that Rotten Tomatoes recommends this movie if you liked Secret of My Success.
Yeah, that is very upsetting.
Then he gets into these classics. Dudley Do Right, his review. Dudley Did Wrong. This movie sucked big time.
Yeah, in
that
fact,
movie's from 1999.
Are you just working your way through the history of cinema, or you just have an affection for 80s movies?
I just haven't seen a lot of movies after 2000, 2001.
There's a movie called Blown Away from 1994, and his line is, "Prepared to be blown away by how bad this movie is." So he quickly turned into the wordplay review guy.
Yeah.
I would have loved it
Guilty Hands.
If you would have stuck to the My Secret of every review some way harkens back to The Secret of My Success.
Well, you make it sound like every review is a negative review, but I do review, like that movie he just mentioned, Guilty Hands from 1936, I believe, which is a great movie. I gave it a great review, but he doesn't read those, So
we didn't even get into the ghost thing. We're so off kilter here.
Well, you told that weird fucking story from your parent-teacher class.
Yeah, that was
there was a guy I thought was on drugs, but I think he may have a thing.
Okay.
That was an outlier there.
It was a weird story.
I can't tell a story.
It's our 200th episode. You told just a weird story about a dinner you had with people we don't even know.
Well, I pivoted in mid-sentence because sometimes you're like, this guy's real drunk.
Uh-huh.
And then when you're driving home, you're like, did he have a thing? I had one of those.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Did he have a thing? What do you mean? Like, did he have a drink?
No, like a
Oh, like a drunk like
no
a problem?
I didn't say problem. You said problem.
I said it. I'll say
like
problem.
a medical condition.
Oh.
I got
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if anybody has a drinking problem.
So this is a story about how you might be a real bad guy.
Or maybe a real
Wait, you don't
fun
care
guy.
if anybody has a drinking problem, but you have a problem if they have a medical condition.
Yeah, I'm not going to make fun of someone with a medical condition.
Yes.
But if somebody gets blitzed at a parent-teacher
Fair
conference
game.
and switch up their sentence, I think that's fun to make fun of.
Inbounds.
But what is your strong opinion on ghosts?
Well, it's not a strong opinion. I mean, I just have this theory that, when you see ghosts, they're always from before 1940. So
old-timey.
Old-timey.
Yeah.
You never see a ghost from the 80s,
Mhm.
stonewashed jeans and a mullet or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Are you?
So, are you here? I mean, you're with me, right?
I mean, are we both gonna? You're not gonna.
So I think there's a cutoff.
So
point.
far, check out to you.
Here's what I I guess what I'm saying is I've never seen a ghost, right? So if I had seen like a lot of ghosts and they were all from the 1920s or whatever, I'd be like, oh yeah. I've only ever seen ghosts depicted in film.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
I think that's
I'm
what you're
talking about
describing.
those
Yeah.
too.
Well, you're talking about movie ghosts.
I'm talking about movie ghosts or any ghost. I'm talking
You're
about
talking about real life ghosts.
Do you ever watch Unsolved Mysteries? All of those ghosts are from 1920.
You know what ghost I'd volley over to you is Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost.
Yeah, everybody says that. That's kind of that doesn't count.
Why doesn't that count? He's a ghost.
Why not? What about Ghost Dad?
Ghost Dad's a great one.
I never saw Ghost Dad.
Because the rapes?
Yeah. I was about to watch it, and then Cosby was.
You remembered?
Yeah. Ghost. The thing about that movie with Patrick Swayze is halfway through you forget he's a ghost anyway because he's just doing regular guy things. He's not doing ghost things. He's not haunting anybody.
So
all ghosts don't haunt people. I don't think there are ghosts actually.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. I don't have a hard opinion. I've only had one ever weird thing in my life, but I've never
feet touching.
Huh? Hey, they can be. You play your cards right at the end of this episode. I don't know. I would land on no. I've told it on the podcast where I was living in Cincinnati. I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt as if there was something right here in front of my face. I screamed out loud. I went like that and it started, whatever hallucination or not, recede away from me. I got up out of bed, chased it to the wall. It went into the wall and I turned on the lights. There was nothing there.
So you've seen a ghost, essentially.
If you want to call that a ghost, that's the only thing in my life that borders on the supernatural. So I would say, if you ask me right now to say, are ghosts real or not, I would say no. I would land percentage-wise on they are not, but I wouldn't say 100% that they don't exist. That's my long-winded answer.
Okay.
I don't think we can say that they exist in ways like where they haunt people.
Well, what way would you say they exist then?
Probably not at all.
But if they don't exist where they haunt people, you say that they're just like
I don't
hanging
think
out.
You know what? I'm gonna be the weird one.
They're picking baseball players up.
Ghosts don't exist,
so they can catch balls.
Angels in the outfield. Are those ghosts?
Those are angels.
Yeah, those
are angels ghosts.
A kind of a ghost.
No.
What's the difference between an angel and a ghost?
It's kind of a ghost.
No, an angel is
ghost adjacent.
It is ghost adjacent, but a ghost is something.
What's the difference?
Do we have to cut because of this helicopter?
No.
Okay.
I think an angel would be someone that is a being that never lived, and a ghost is a mortal soul now
and a ghost
moving about.
But the angels and angels in the outfield seem like they have lived and they became angels.
They look like folks. They just look like some dudes.
Don't some people believe that angels are people that die and become angels? Am I crazy?
No.
I'm Jewish, but I think if you die, you go to heaven or hell, and heaven is run or populated by angels, but you don't die and become an angel.
Where
you die and go to
from?
heaven. Huh? It's a great question. A lot starts to fall apart when you
think?
dig into
I
it.
don't believe in angels.
You believe in ghosts but not angels?
Yeah.
That seems pretty
What about
cynical.
demons?
Well, I'm not. I do believe in demons too. The Exorcist has.
So you don't believe in angels, but you believe in demons?
Yeah, I believe.
That seems like they go hand in hand. Why would one exist without the other?
Well, because people can be possessed. There's been proof of that. There has not been proof of angels.
I don't think there has been proof that people have been possessed.
I think that there can be ghosts that watch over you, and maybe if you want to call that an angel, that's great.
What about Nicolas Cage in City of Angels?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
Hope it's not Nicolas Cage.
And then Meg Ryan's.
Yep.
At the end.
See?
Does she become an angel?
No. So
she just becomes
spoiler alert.
Wait. You're going to spoil this for everybody?
I'll spoil it.
This movie?
Spoiler.
Like 30 years old.
Spoiler alert is that he gives up his angelness to live on Earth as a mortal and be with Meg Ryan. And Meg Ryan is killed moments after or days after he gets to Earth.
It's
and now he's just left to be there alone.
They were setting it up for a sequel, I think.
Do you think there was going to be
where she was going to be the angel in that one and he was going to be the guy?
But that's just the same movie again. That's not like a sequel.
I thought there'd be
Well, I also think she can't just become a person after she gets hit by a truck.
Huh?
What?
Like if you're saying that angels are just angels, they're not dead people, then she doesn't get to choose to be a person. Because of course, like if you're like you want to be an angel, you want to be a person.
But she goes up to heaven. You assume where he was kicking it, and they could have been together up there. I don't know what the rules are up there, but
yeah, I bet there's no fucking.
You think?
I think
It's heaven. It's supposed to be the best.
Yeah, I'm fucking somebody up there.
Well, I don't want to seem cynical, so I guess I'll just say, yeah, I believe in angels too.
There you go.
I want people to think.
Good vibe.
Yeah.
But Derek thinks that ghosts stop at 1940 because in movies they're portrayed with old timey clothes.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a cutoff point somewhere.
Yeah, you never see some like hip millennial ghost.
Also, I'll go further and say that before 1940, there was a lot more activity for people to do. So, you know, you go out and you do things. You go like maybe there are ghosts from like 2012, but they're on their cell phones or, you know, they're preoccupied with other shit.
The ghosts?
Yeah.
Why would a ghost be on their phone?
Well, obviously there was one on my phone.
No. I think we figured out what happened on your phone. I think you were so high you thought you text something that you didn't text.
I don't think that's a fair assumption. I think that's
Isn't that what happens when you do drugs?
I think it's a little bit.
I don't say do drugs. It's not the same. You make it sound like I'm some junkie.
I think you could have been maybe sleep texting. You know, you could have been that twilight zone between sleep and awake. And
I'm also not the only one that saw this. I showed my brother the next day.
You showed your brother the text
message.
Yeah, we're not arguing.
You just showed him just a garbled text message.
We're not arguing that.
I could show you that right now.
A bunch of words.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, do you have a movie that you'd like to review formally on the podcast, Derek?
I mean, I don't have anything
movie?
Prepared, but I do.
Do you prepare when you do your TikToks?
Well, here's the thing with
I guess I
TikTok.
do, yeah.
I tried to find you on TikTok when I heard you on TikTok. What do you brand it as on TikTok? I couldn't find you.
Derek watches movies.
Okay.
At Derek watches
You
movies.
just
You
watch
can follow
people
me on
pop pimples.
TikTok.
I typed in Derek's name movies.
I'm going to create a YouTube channel as well. I just don't have that ready yet, so you can put that in your notes. Set a reminder on your phone to check your notes in
check.
about a month, and then I'll have.
So you can't find your movie channel by searching your name?
I think you can search my
How do you spell
Instagram
his
handle,
name?
which is Derek CRS.
Yeah.
You can.
I checked your Instagram to make sure I was spelling your name right. If you search your name in TikTok, you do not come up.
That
So
seems
you
bad.
need to fix that somehow.
All right.
I don't know how we fix it.
I'll do that. Well, anybody listening can just search Derek Watches Movies, DEREK. How many listeners? You have 100 listeners, over 1,000 listeners.
We got enough
100?
that we did 200 episodes of this.
We have 200 episodes worth of a lot of
for
listeners.
free.
I did watch a movie recently that I enjoyed quite thoroughly. I'll give a good review if you want me to give my first review to be a good review, which is
Whatever
a
your
movie,
words be.
Mannequin from 1987. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie.
He's in love with a mannequin, right?
Yeah,
I know this movie because my former roommate, Ryan Singer, had a mannequin. He just lived with a mannequin. And so I heard a lot of it was like mannequin. But I just lived with a guy and a mannequin for a while.
That's kind of the movie.
Well,
Is there a
little
proper
bit.
review here?
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
Are you just going to say what happens in the movie?
well, Kim Cattrall
Okay.
plays an ancient Egyptian goddess,
Okay.
as you know.
I did not
you
see
might
that coming.
think. And she essentially pleads to these Egyptian gods to find true love over being forced into this arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to 1987. Andrew McCarthy, great actor, by the way, is a mannequin designer and maker.
Okay.
And he's a perfectionist. He's an artist. And he spends all his time making the perfect mannequin. Am I talking too close to the microphone?
No, you're doing
Making a perfect mannequin. And then he gets fired from his job because he's spending too much time making that mannequin perfect. And he ends up losing the job, walks by a department store window owned by Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls. And he sees his mannequin that he perfected, Kim Cattrall. Falls in love with it, gets a job there through Estelle Getty. And
So he falls in love with it when it's a mannequin.
yeah.
That's odd.
When Kim Cattrall is the mannequin, is she just like Kim Cattrall, but like she's just real still? Or it's a
No.
mannequin that looks like Kim
It's
Cattrall?
a mannequin that looks like Kim Cattrall. And let me tell you, the resemblance is uncanny. I mean, they made 6 mannequins for this movie to look exactly like, and she modeled for these mannequins for like, I don't know, 12 months, something like that.
Wow.
So they put a lot of work into
So how
these
did she go
mannequins.
from ancient Egypt to being put into a mannequin?
They don't really explain that. It's just more of like an ancient Egyptian gods mythical thing, and all of a sudden she's in 1987. So there is maybe some deleted scenes. I don't know. There's like not not really an explanation on that. But he falls in love with her. He's the only one that can see her when she turns into a person. She turns into a real life person, which is Kim Cattrall, and they go out on dates. He takes her on a motorcycle and all that.
And
stuff.
everyone thinks
But
he's with a mannequin.
Everybody just can see him with a mannequin.
Does she ever turn into a woman that everyone knows is a woman?
Well, you got to watch the movie. I don't want to spoil anything.
Are they cutting back and forth? Like when he's riding around on his motorcycle, it's like Kim Cattrall, they're having a great time, and then they cut, and it's just him with a mannequin. That's fun.
Yeah, it is.
I feel
fun.
like this is like just a good sketch that they let become a movie.
It's a great movie, and the guy from Police Academy is in it.
Michael Winslow?
No, not. I wish. No. The
Gutenberg?
Not Gutenberg.
The Goots?
No.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Not Bobcat. No.
We have run out of people that you can say the guy from Police Academy.
He's the older guy in Police Academy. Actually, Kim Cattrall was also in Police Academy. Little known fact. But I mean, I'm sure most people have seen this movie. So I don't want to.
I think it's one of those movies not a lot of people have seen, but they just know of the existence.
That's the
so
best
crazy.
about Derek. It's why I thought it's a segment on the local news podcast because he reviews old movies that you could probably find some way to watch at home, which is local in your house.
But I'll finish my review and say that I, would give this movie maybe like 4 out of 5 mannequins.
10 being Secret of My Success, starring Michael J. Fox. Is it Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
1 being Toys, starring Robin Williams. Where does Mannequin, starring Kim Cattrall, land on the Derek Schiller scale of?
Well, he gave it 4 out of 5 mannequins.
Yeah, well, I know, but now I'm asking a different scale. I've changed the scale.
You can't change the scale.
I've changed the scale.
Don't answer his question.
7
It's his scale.
Well,
you don't go on his scale.
Yeah, but I want him to know how good this movie is.
Yeah, I need to know.
4 out of 5 mannequins should tell you all you need to know.
But I don't have any frame of reference for that. Now this is my frame of
5
reference.
out of 5 mannequins. You think that's better?
I don't know.
Would you say 5 out of 5 mannequins is better?
But what's
than
a
4 out of
mannequin
5
worth?
mannequins?
You know what I mean?
I can't believe. What's a tomato worth? You don't call Rotten Tomatoes and go tell me this on a scale of movies I like.
That's why it's a bad system. What I'm saying is it should be Secret of My Success and Toys at the bottom.
Is there a direct phone number to Rotten Tomatoes? I'd like to talk to
I bet you
somebody
could get a hold of somebody over there.
Yeah, they need to really change.
Derek there isn't an app or a website that Derek doesn't have an issue with.
Yeah,
Derek doesn't do Postmates, who's very kind to me.
I just want to say,
I think it was 70% off the other day. That was
we
great.
70% off Postmates the other day.
Yeah, because they're playing favorites.
Alex got 70%
I'm just a guy that
off.
doesn't use it very often. I think that's the secret to Postmates.
I bet if you the
don't
secret
use
of my success on Postmates.
Don't use it a whole bunch.
I bet if you went on Postmates right now, you got a big discount.
Yeah, because I'm here. They'd see the address.
I also just watched a show on Hulu about how it's about a lot of things, but the first episode is about these. It's like technology and food and how they're coming together now. And all of these food delivery companies, none of them are profitable right now. They're all doing like a long play to eventually become the only one. And when that happens, then they can start turning a profit. They will have collected enough data from their user base that they can, it's believed to be, just start opening their own ghost kitchens around based on what people are ordering in that area. And that's the food that they'll make. And so essentially becoming a monopoly and driving all the smaller restaurants out of business is the fear.
Another reason why these are terrible apps to use.
Well, that does suck.
Yeah.
But that 70% off was pretty sweet. I mean, felt good.
Yeah.
Felt good to get.
So 4 out of 5 mannequins?
I'd say 4 out of 5 mannequins. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off air, let me know. Toys to Secret of My Success.
I
You
will.
don't have to go there.
I'll tell you off air. But I think most people, if you haven't seen the movie Mannequin, I would highly recommend it. You might not enjoy it up to 5 mannequins, but definitely
4 mannequins.
Feel 4 mannequins.
4 mannequins worth of fun.
Is there a movie in your mind that would be 5 mannequins?
Maybe Mannequin from 1939 with Joan Crawford.
Same movie?
No, totally different.
Huh.
That's a classic.
I thought it was going to be Secret of My Success starring Michael J. Fox.
There's
No, that got
mannequins
10
in
out
that.
of 10 briefcases.
That's my mistake.
Yeah. Which
That's
is
my
How did
bad.
I know that.
Yeah.
Joe,
So-
is it too smoky over here? Short exposure.
Short exposure.
Do you want me to get out of here?
Tag
I'm
out?
smoking too, Joe.
Here.
I thought we were all going to
What
sit
if
on
we
this couch
swap out?
together.
Do you want to just scoot over
It'd
and
be,
have Joe sit next to
be
you?
real weird. Real weird. I mean, yeah, I don't mind. Are we still on TV?
Everyone can fit on the couch. I made sure that everyone can fit on the couch is in frame. Everyone
See,
can
you
fit on
were
the couch.
thinking ahead, yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah,
ahead.
he's thinking ahead because he took that fucking chair.
I got yelled at enough in setting up this shot that I got it.
Here,
The couch is in frame.
I don't need to. I mean, I don't need
So
to
if you bring
be
this
here for.
scooter, you want to leave? So we'll say goodbye to you, but don't leave my house because Joe's just gonna be
No,
like
I'll just
for a
go into the
short
green room.
exposure. You go to the green room.
Thanks for
All right.
being on the.
Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having
200
me.
episodes,
I appreciate it,
you know?
and congrats.
We'll
on
have
the
you back
200
and we'll do
episodes.
prep.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah.
And we'll also make you sit inside when we do the beginning.
Why? Was I not a good audience?
That's weird.
It's the fact that you were an audience is the problem.
Yeah.
Not,
you weren't bad.
It's not
or
a commentary on how you were. It's just that you existed as an audience that he has a problem with.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like watching it on. Yeah, okay,
Good.
whatever.
Well, it's an audience of one. And if it were like 30 people, even that's a small number.
Mm-hmm.
That would still be an audience of enough people that it's like, oh, this is nice.
All right. Well, yeah, it was kind of weird for me too. So.
All right,
All
Derek
right.
Schiller.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now, I don't know. I hate that we're even pretending like this is like an official thing. We're just gonna say bye to Derek.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Derek.
Leave the microphone, Derek.
Okay.
And
Take the San Pellegrino.
you'll be back on. Then we have Joe Zimmerman. Oh, I did the thing like a college kid.
Yeah, you said the name first.
Oh,
you really
God.
botched.
Next up, we're calling our animal expert. I think Moore's going to be mad about that. He's going to bring in his favorite animal story. I don't even want to mention what kind of animal it is. Please welcome to the pod, Joe Zimmerman.
All right.
Are you at Joe Zimmerman? He's at Joe Zimmerman.
I don't know how to clap and hold a
I'll
microphone
move
at
the
same
cigar
time.
over here.
And burn me with it. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Good Lord.
Did it really get you?
That was like that video of Blake Griffin just accidentally dumping water on two kids for just moving.
He did that on purpose.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't do that on purpose.
Ah,
You
man.
can scoot to the end of the couch if you want.
Am I in the camera here?
I
all
got
the
the
way
whole
to
couch,
the whole couch.
shot. I got the whole couch in the frame. Thanks for being here, Joe.
Good to be here.
Sorry about the smoke. You have a smog allergy.
I just had a little tickle ever since arriving in LA, and I imagine that the cigar smoke could
this is
definitely
bad.
incite.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How did
we're
you
having an
feel
adult
as
sleepover?
a guy saying that you had an allergy and then watching your friend say, well, I'm still going to do this thing? And
Did you think I would not do it after you said that?
No, at
Was that the
no
expectation?
Point, at no point did I think Tommy was going to be like, "Oh, I won't smoke a cigar." I felt rude for saying I have an allergy because I didn't want to.
Can I say?
Because I didn't.
That's
want,
how I like it.
Because I didn't want to disturb Tommy's, one joyful moment, smoking a cigar.
Right. He doesn't get to do it very often,
But I said, how I was feeling, and it allowed me to stand over there
And work
and
out.
not get a horrible cigar allergy. So it worked out for me.
Okay, everybody wins.
Joe and
Yeah.
I,
Everybody wins.
Joe, we're going to the basketball game. We're gonna go watch the Clippers tonight.
Yeah. Do you sit near any celebrities?
We can see some. You'll be sitting in the seat that Alex thought he was sitting in until yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's what I was hoping for. When
Does Tommy just have two seats?
Tommy, yeah, he called me
Just 2 seats.
2 days ago or whenever. It might have been yesterday.
It was yesterday.
And he said he opened it with Joe's in town and he's going to stay at my house. And immediately when he said that, I was like, I'm not going to that basketball game anymore. I was like, yeah, that's out. But I've gone to enough.
We were gonna do a 2-day sleepover, but my kids are getting their first shot tomorrow.
Oh,
I
that's
tell you
great.
that?
Congratulations.
Ooh, I was very excited about that. So I assume at least enough that they may have some leg aches or something. That,
Yeah.
where are you staying tomorrow?
I got a reservation at the historic Hollywood Hotel, haunted.
Is it?
The haunted historic Hollywood Hotel. Not far from here, so it's
That's right down the street, right?
convenient location.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Doing
a show at the Blind Barber Highland Park. If anybody wants to hang.
It's a good one. Hot one.
Oh, yeah. So this will be out on Tuesday. Show's Monday?
Yeah.
Good. Anybody that can make it.
No, I meant you two.
Oh, I got kids being vaccinated. Alex got no excuse.
We can pop over there. Yeah.
John will be there. He just had a wedding.
He's going right after his wedding?
Yeah, he invited the groomsmen to perform.
Really?
Yeah, Dan Bolger's on the lineup.
Oh, nice.
Would you like to give the first review of Jono's wedding? I mean,
How
this
was
is
the wedding?
I mean, you're.
Best part of Jono's wedding was he got kicked out of his own wedding. He did the vows at Barnsdale Art Park. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah.
Barnsdale Art Park. His dad started doing the ceremony. 1 minute into the ceremony, 2 security guards with guns showed up and asked if we had a permit to have a wedding. And they just kicked us out of his wedding.
Wait, the whole wedding was at
Everyone
a place
got
that
kicked
no
out?
one, they didn't have approval for?
So, what day is today? Sunday?
Yeah.
So Friday night was the vows, and it was a very small group of people. It was just the people in the wedding.
Yeah. Were you in the wedding?
Yeah, groomsmen and bridesmaids. So there were about 25 people in the park. They started to do the vows, and we were immediately kicked out of the park.
It's a public park?
Yeah.
You guys needed me there.
Oh, I mean, anybody with a backbone would have put up a pretty big fight.
You tell me what's the number. Show me where it says a number of people hanging at the park. He's just one guy. I would pretend like I didn't fucking know him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just one guy reading from a piece of paper. You can't kick him out.
I know. Well, none of us were. We were all just going with the flow. You're just going with the flow at a wedding. We were all just kind of shocked, didn't know what to say.
Oh man,
I feel like these guys have just gone through a breakup or something.
You rubbing your hand?
You did burn me with your cigar. I feel like, how do you, as a human being, even if your job is to be security at this park and make sure nobody gets married, how do you break it up in the middle? I feel like if it started, then you just got to wait for it to be over. You can't break it up in the middle.
This is just like when we were playing softball on Sundays.
It was terrible. I mean, this guy was a total.
Do you got a picture of him?
I'm trying to show you. Yeah.
All right.
That's bad. Guns drawn, blazing, holstered.
Oh, look how gunny he is.
Oh, boo. Boo.
That doesn't make sense.
I
would have said something.
Yeah, no, you would have been upset. He did have a gun though.
Does that change things?
How much guff you're gonna give to a gun guy?
If it's in his holster, I mean, you don't get to if you have a gun and a security badge, you don't get to just walk around kicking people out of parks.
I think that's what you get to do.
Why? What's the rule? Why can't there be 25? Is there is it like a fire marshal thing? There's only 30 people allowed in the park?
I want to come out on the front end and say that I'm on the wedding side here, but I feel like if you have a badge and a gun and your job is to kick people out of the park,
they're not causing any damage.
Yeah, we were the only people in the park.
There's the only people in the park. The only thing different than if we had said, let's go to the park and do whatever you do at the park.
We were talking about
Jono reading some sweet piece of paper.
Talking about how much he loves a lady.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only difference. You're right. Mm-hmm. And we were standing watching him. That was the difference.
This guy got divorced yesterday.
Yeah.
I think is what happened.
I think this guy has a crush on Jono's new wife.
We probably could have had like a tag football game and it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go tag the park.
Someone should have just been holding a football, yeah.
So the wedding was good, and then the next day was the reception, and that was more organized, and there were permits.
So where did he get married if he couldn't get married in the place that he...
We just drove back to his apartment complex, and they did the vows in his courtyard. It was perfect.
Wow.
It turned out
nice.
It worked out perfectly.
She's
nice.
happy? Did she cry?
Yeah.
Did you cry?
Jono cried.
He cried?
Bit. Yeah.
Was that when he was in a tracksuit?
We were in tracksuits, yeah.
Everybody was in tracksuits?
We were all in tracksuits.
Which kind? Like
Adidas.
Adidas? Yeah.
Same color? Different? Everyone have a different color?
All black tracksuits.
Oh, like a funeral.
Formal tracksuit.
But yeah, fun reception last night. Some dancing.
Did you dance?
There were some comics there you might know. Dan Bolger, Dave Waite.
Great.
Zach Sherwin. There's a who's who.
All these good comics.
Friends of the pod.
Yeah. All of them that we know.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a monkey? You said you had a monkey story.
Yeah, I came on to this podcast as an animal expert.
Mm-hmm. We've done 200 episodes now. I think for about 198 of them, we've talked about having you on as the animal expert.
For real.
So it's nice.
So it's come up a
that
lot.
You're here to do it.
That's amazing.
We've done our own animal stories. The other thing is I just sprung it. I was like, Joe's gonna have an animal story,
Mm-hmm.
and he had one. You immediately had one you thought
Yeah,
of.
I got one about monkeys.
Lay it on us.
Okay, so my favorite monkey study ever. They were trying to decide if monkeys could understand currency.
Okay.
So they gave these monkeys these coins, a small coin and a big coin, and the small coin could purchase cucumbers. They don't like cucumbers. And the big coin could buy grapes. Grapes are like ice cream to them. They love grapes. Okay? So the monkeys figured out which
How
coin.
do they earn the coins?
No.
No, they just get the coins.
They give them an allowance of
Okay.
coins.
Mm-hmm.
So the monkeys learned which coin purchased which, and they were able to offer the coins for the different things. Then they tested price changes and differences in price, and the monkeys were able to budget for different amounts of grapes and cucumbers based on price changes, and they understood price change. So the scientists were on their way of this study being like, wow, monkeys can budget.
Mm-hmm.
They understand currency. Incredible.
If we could just get them to stop ripping people's faces off,
Yeah.
we could just let them walk around.
Mm-hmm.
around
Put a suit on them.
Yeah.
But then something unforeseen happened. The monkeys did a jailbreak. They broke into the bank vault. All of the monkeys were in the money vault and taking all of the coins. And the first thing that was observed was one monkey giving another monkey a coin in exchange for sex immediately.
No.
And then that monkey,
It sounds like they get it.
and then that monkey that had sex with the other monkey took that coin and traded it for a grape.
What?
That was monkeys in the wild.
Wait,
Immediate
where are these monkeys?
prostitution, Immediate prostitution.
It's the oldest profession. Where are these monkeys
I-
when they're doing the study?
I believe it.
Like, are they in a lab?
Yeah, I believe it was some sort of Harvard lab.
So how did they know where the vault was?
I mean, I didn't see the video of them jailbreaking the vault, but
think-
apparently there's some vault with coins.
Did they? I
Or
guess my
separate
question: did they
rooms,
set it up as like, if we do this, we think they'll break into the vault, or did the monkeys go rogue?
They claim the
It-
monkeys went rogue because it would have been very unethical for them to have done that on purpose.
Yeah.
So these scientists are claiming the monkeys went rogue and they happened to observe this. I suspect they set it up on purpose
That was right where I was.
to add
Just
it into the study.
accidentally
That's
drop
insane.
blueprints to the building on their way to wherever.
Yeah.
Monkey gets it.
This
Crawling
is
through
Monkeys
the duct
Ocean's
system.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there you go.
Prostitution, quick.
Right away. First
Also,
thing.
bank robbery, quick.
Bank robbery, prostitution, grapes.
We got a whole movie there.
All the classics.
And
That's
then
bananas.
I got two other just headlines for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got new study shows dodo smarter than previously thought. The dodo
The
bird.
dodo bird.
The one that everybody called an idiot.
Yeah, not turns out smart bird.
How do we know that since they're most famous for not existing?
I guess just brain skeletal research.
Okay.
So get this, dodos not dumb at all, just friendly,
Oh,
Mm.
that's what an idiot would do.
just
Mhm.
friendly.
They're just Midwest.
They
I
had
meet
no
people
natural-
like
Mhm.
that I'm like, this guy's too nice. He's smart or
Mhm.
he's stupid.
He's going to finish last.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just friendly. They had no natural
How do
predators.
they know they're friendly?
No natural predators on that island, so they didn't know to be scared.
Oh.
They just evolved to be friendly. And then we killed them all and ate them.
And called him stupid just to top it.
It was horrible.
Somebody probably fucked one of them too. I mean, you think about it.
Yeah.
What's the next headline?
My last animal
It's getting
headline
cold out here.
is
chilly.
this has been in the news for a while, but it's getting closer to happening. We've mapped the entire we have mapped the entire
You and your friends.
Yes.
Mhm.
we have mapped the entire genome of a 1,000,000-year-old woolly mammoth, and it is now quite possible you could impregnate an Asian elephant with a woolly mammoth clone baby and make what's it called?
A woolly mammoth.
Oh, Elamuth, something like that. Anyway,
Oh, it would
A
be. It would still
cross.
be part of an elephant.
it would be hybrid between a mammoth and an elephant, and then you could breed another one and get to a mammoth and bring the mammoth back. They're talking
Really?
About, they're talking about bringing them
Why
back
would
to
we want to do that? Because it tastes good or something?
that.
It doesn't seem advisable, right?
But there's no real reason to do it. So they're arguing like, oh, maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help the ecosystems where they were removed. I mean, humans did kill them off like dodos.
Yeah.
So they're like, maybe it would help the climate to have them back since humans killed them.
Are we just trying to unkill all the things we have killed at
I
this
would
point
love
in science?
to unkill them, but most people think it would be unethical to bring back woolly mammoths. I'm not sure why. We killed them.
Yeah,
So
what's
I
the
say,
ethics thing?
I say bring them back.
Bring them back. Bring them back.
I read, I think it's called like the seventh extinction, whatever. The book argued that we were in the middle of the next great extinction.
Yes.
And talked about how we killed like giant ground sloths, woolly mammoths, not necessarily by overhunting, because they did it in what they believed to be a responsible way, but animals with long gestation periods, like 9 months and longer, it's easier to kill them off because it takes them so long to reproduce. So even if you believed to be doing it responsibly,
who said that they thought they were killing mammoths responsibly? That seems like people just trying to make history nice.
I think you look at history, it's like, oh, humans kill everything with no regard for what it will do to the future.
Yeah,
but the argument that the
nice.
book was making was that they were just hunting and eating what they needed, but what they needed was more than what the population of the woolly mammoth and the ground sloth could keep up with, unbeknownst to them at the time.
Yeah.
I think. Do you think if you told them, they would have given a fuck?
I mean, look, I'm not here.
I'm going to say no.
I'm just telling you a little
I'm
bit.
going to say what would happen was that what's happened now. Like some people would have given a fuck, and some people would have just killed the rest of them.
I'll buy
the
that.
Giving a fuck people, it's a hard side to be on because you got to like physically stop people from killing them, which is hard to do because they have guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Here's a hypothetical. If they brought back mammoths to the Arctic, how much would you pay for a 1-week trip to visit mammoths?
I'm not going there.
You're not going to visit mammoths?
Am I the only one? Would I be the last one because I have no interest in seeing them?
Would you be the last one?
Yeah, like is everyone like I gotta go?
Gonna go ahead of you?
No, it'd be like Jurassic Park. You pay $300 tickets to see woolly mammoths.
No, I pay $300. If it's $300, I pay $300.
Thank you.
I go down for $300.
No.
Also, just to see Antarctica.
Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Huh? Well, yeah.
The example he used seems like the reason you shouldn't pay $300 to go.
Yeah, but it's not every dinosaur. It's just
just one.
Mammoths.
It's just a woolly mammoth.
What are they going to do?
Do they
it's
know?
It's just one at this point?
No, it's just a bunch of woolly mammoths.
It's a bunch of them.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, a bunch of woolly mammoths that have been killed off by people, and now we're using that same DNA that probably remembers who killed them, and then you're going to go look at them, feed them corn?
Yeah, I'll feed them corn.
No.
I'll do it. $300. I'll go down there.
You're going to get mammothed.
But even a great way to go out, though.
Your computer turned off. Is that bad?
Could be bad.
Oh.
We're still cooking.
All right.
We're good.
So you're going down there. First thing?
Well, I've never visited the Arctic. I don't even know what kind of flights go into the Arctic in the first place.
It also seems like $300. You're just making it cheaper to go to the Arctic than it would be right now. I bet it's thousands of
Honestly,
dollars.
I don't even know. It would. If that's how sad it is. I like animals. I don't even know if I would want to buy a flight to the Arctic
to see a mammoth.
To see a mammoth, like you'd have to like. I'd have to like. There'd have to be something more to it, like maybe
like an Applebee's,
like maybe a golf round or something.
Yeah,
like a couple of days of golf
with
your
snow golf.
You got to use a different color ball. You go down there, play golf in the Arctic.
Like a kind of like a college buddy trip. I might do it.
Yeah, they bring these mammoths back. All of a sudden, we're polluting a place. There's so much trash down there.
My uncle lived on Antarctica for a little while. He was in the military. He lived
Really?
down there. I was a little boy when he told me about it. He came back, did a literal slideshow in our living room. He had like a literal slides.
Yeah, this is snow. This is
the only thing I remember about him is he said that, you know how if you play hide and seek when you're a little kid and you hide somewhere, you got to be real quiet and then your ears start ringing? He said that no one knows that. Do you know how it's quiet for a little while, your ears start to ring? No. Don't take the hide and seek part out of it. You've never just been that quiet?
No.
Well, if you're quiet for long enough, your ears start to ring. He said that beyond that, your ears stop ringing, and that is the sound of actual silence, which that stuck with me when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
If you guys knew about the ears ringing thing, I feel like maybe it would have meant more
know.
to you in this moment. But
maybe I'll just see what it's like to be real quiet for a while. Is that it? Did we do the 200th?
I mean, yeah, we did it.
My hand's cold. I got this cigar over here.
Which I appreciate, by the way.
That's not burning you anymore.
I mean, it burned me once, which is enough.
Everybody's been.
I feel good about this. For the longest time, I've wanted to do a segment or a web series or something called This Week in Monkeys, and I feel like I finally did it.
Do you want to do this again?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because we can Zoom.
Great.
We can do a Zoom one, and you can do This Week in Monkeys, and we just bring you in, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We can edit. Yeah.
Because Joe lives in New York.
Mm-hmm. Zoom, drop it in.
Yeah,
boom.
This Week in Monkeys, and then boom. And then it goes viral. And then,
we're on the verge of going
checks
viral.
Start rolling in.
Yeah, we're about to go viral.
Mm-hmm.
So This Week in Monkeys is what we're calling it.
Yeah, and every now and then
every
now and then I envision doing kind of like a This Week in Dolphins.
We'll talk. We'll see how This Week in Monkeys goes.
This Week in Guinea Pigs.
It's just called This Week.
This weekend with Joe.
But monkeys sounds funny.
This Week in Monkeys. All right.
Yeah. And here's how I could do it in the future. It could be This Week in Monkeys, and then if it wasn't about monkeys, I could be like, but this week it's not about monkeys.
Yeah.
I'm just you get it.
All right, we got it.
This Week in Monkeys, but it's not about monkeys. That's great. I think we did it.
Great.
We need a drop. Derek, you need a name for your movie review segment. All right.
This Week in Movies.
I'm sure all your listeners will want to cross-listen to my podcast.
Yeah, plug.
It was called A Great Listening Experience. Now it's called Blind Spot. We'll probably switch it back to A Great
Why are you
Listening.
changing your name so much? Lawsuits?
Yeah.
Nick Cannon?
Litigation.
All right.
So anyway, if you just
Who's with you on it?
Tom Cowell, he's British.
Oh, yeah. I've talked to that guy.
Yeah, no, he's out here this week as well. He'll be there tomorrow night at the Blind Barber.
The Blind Barber. We're plugging a show that came out yesterday. We're pushing the show that yesterday real hard.
No, I'm just selling it to you two.
Oh man,
and Derek.
I'm having an adult sleepover tonight. There's no fucking way I'm going to be able to also go to a comedy show tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to be able real late.
Joe, I got matching jammies for us. I hope that's okay.
Good. I got dog pajama bottoms.
My kids will love that.
All right.
How do you close your podcast? I'm interested to see how you close it.
You're about to hear it.
Yeah. Awkwardly, stumbly.
Well, that was it. Send us your stories. Local News Pod on Twitter and some other bullshit. Isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's different. I tell people every week, just
you don't even
throw the local news into whatever social media thing is.
Alex is some bullshit.
Alex Stone Comedy on Twitter, Alex Stone 11 on Instagram. Find me.
See you.
Bye.